I don't know why I can't clap, dude. I can never get it going.
It's the beauty of the breakdown.
Today it's the breakdown. Not a lot of beauty today. A lot of breakdown, no beauty.
Oh my god! You know what sucks is like I was having like such a good week. I was like having such a good week too, and I was like, this podcast is gonna be so good, and then had like a super stressful day, and I was like, I was trying not to cry on the way here. If that is, do you think?
I will say too, that's kind of crazy because I feel like it takes a lot for you to cry. So I know that you were really upset. I think usually you can hold it together really well.
I'm a frustrated crier. So
that's fair.
Once I reach the point of like, I kind of want to like lose my mind and I like don't, and especially if it's like someone like that's authoritative to me, I'm like,
don't lose your try. You can't spider monkey this bitch. Yeah, I cannot beat your ass.
I'm like, I only know how to talk with my fucking hands. So like, I kind of want to throw hands now right now, bitch. So my only other option is to cry.
I grew up beating ass and now you're my boss. I can't beat your ass. You're my friend. I can't beat your ass. You're my mom. I can't beat your ass.
So I just have to like fucking power through it and get a little cry session out in my car on the way here. And then we move on. And then
That's how we move on. That is how we move on.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what's up? I mean, we could just lead right fucking into this. Like, I feel like the most like white trash thing about me is that like when I get frustrated, I want to fight. Like that is
crazy because I feel like I would consider myself white trash as well, but mine is like run away.
No, I literally
and then cry on my own.
No,
but I will say I've been a lot better about being confrontational. I've not been like walking away from my problems. Like I have, there's been a few here lately that I've been like, you know what? No, fuck you, bitch. And then I'm like, wait, that felt good.
No, I said, fuck you.
I don't just walk away. I'm like, no, wait, maybe I do kind of want to fight. I don't know.
No, my thing is like, I'll be quiet. I won't say anything because I'm like, stop being
and then
a little
punch just fucking flies out of left field.
Yes, I'm like, don't be your little trashy bitch self. Like literally pull it together.
You've grown.
Like,
healed.
Yeah, exactly. Like be like a mature, respectable person that you are. You are an adult. You have like a good job. You are successful and poise. And then
amazing, grown up.
I'm just sitting here like giving myself affirmations. But
like, I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm funny. You literally go on for the entire hour.
Yeah.
I'm beautiful. I don't know why people would ever want to be friends with me.
Okay, now Heidi, your turn to tell me your favorite things about me, and then Wyatt, you'll go next.
You need at least 10.
Say nice things that I do. But yeah, if I get to that point, like my first instinct is like, all right, well, I guess we have to fucking fight.
All right, listen, I didn't want to do this, but you're making me do this.
But we're going out into the backyard. We're putting boxing gloves on and we're fighting it out until whoever wins the fight wins. That's how it goes.
I don't
care if you were wrong and I was right. Like whoever wins the fight wins.
I don't care if you didn't grow up in the slums of a small town. We're fighting. Literally yesterday when you had posted that when we went to brunch, by the way, that was really, really good. I feel like we've only been there one other time and we sat at the bar.
Garden table.
Yeah, and I didn't even end up eating. I just got a drink or two, but it was really good. So anyone in the Indy area, that's a good one.
love a fancy brunch.
Me too. Something about it. I'm just like,
yeah.
Grew up in Terre Haute. Where? Yeah, literally that's how I feel. I'm like drinking on my like little specialty mimosa and I have like freaking roasted Brussels and sweet potatoes. I'm like,
oh, would you like some more roasted Brussels?
Sorry, just one bite. Just one bite.
I'll just have one little sweet potato. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm stuffed.
And you come there like in your workout clothes because you only did 15 minutes of cardio beforehand.
I used to feel so fancy going to that brunch place. I would go do Hot Works. And then I would go over there in my yoga clothes after and get my little fruit soup, which is an acai bowl, but I couldn't figure out how to say the word. I was like, I'll take that fruit soup right there. And I felt so fancy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I feel like not growing up with any of that, like now as an adult, because like I can do it for myself. I'm like,
also
man.
Something about calling it fruit soup makes it like way less fancy. Like I like walk into a really nice restaurant.
It makes me think of those fruit cocktails you get in cans.
Yeah. Or the Jell-O with the fruit in it that your grandma made for Christmas.
So nasty.
What else did they put in there besides fruit? Like little like marshmallows.
Ew.
The fruit Jell-O with marshmallows.
I'm good off that. Not
my
a
grandma
chance.
still makes that for Christmas.
I mean, definitely a white trash delicacy, but no thank you.
With a little bit of cat food in there.
But we posted that said like, what did it say? Like, Do you ever feel too trashy
to be somewhere? Where's like where's somewhere you go where you feel too trashy to be there?
One of my good friends swiped up on it, and she was one of my best friends in middle school, and like me, her, and this one other girl, like all grew up very similar. Like not a lot of money. Like she probably grew up a little bit better than we did, but us two, like being friends with her, we'd always stay at her house because she had the best house, obviously.
Yeah.
But she swiped up on it, and she was like, "Yeah, growing up in a modular in Terre Haute would really make you feel like there are a lot of things that are too nice for you to be in.
To be inside of." Yeah, I always felt like literally this guy that I dated, like I felt too nice to be, or I felt too trashy to even be inside of his condo. Like I was like, this is like $1 million condo.
I thought you were
like,
to say to be inside of him. I was like, damn, were you pegging this man?
I felt too trashy to be inside.
Get out of my head.
No, but sometimes like when I like laid in his bed, I'm like, dude, I have like a 9-day-old spray tan on, and like
you kind of smell like the BO because your pH and the spray tan just aren't clashing. But you can't rinse it off because then you just wasted $40.
Yeah, like
but now you're gonna have crusties in between your knuckles.
Oh, look at your race day fingers! Oh my god.
Oh yeah, guess what? We're in the countdown for race day.
That's another thing. Like nail salons. I want to go to a trashy nail salon. I love a trashy nail salon. When you walk in and they're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, these about to be some bomb ass nails."
You know, I am really thankful that I finally found a nail tech because they're
Where
feminine.
is this one?
This one is V Lounge over by Paul Mitchell, actually. This is how you know we are in full throttle for the race day countdown. And I'm wearing the shirt that I thrifted, actually.
You're just Indy 500, a little too early.
Yeah, you know what? That was not actually
You're
planned,
like, NASCAR, vroom, vroom, let's
NASCAR,
go.
I like to hear the cars go vroom, vroom.
I don't think the Indy 500 is NASCAR, is it? No, it's not. It's Indy cars. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't actually know either, but I'm excited to go. That's another thing.
I don't think it's NASCAR. I
don't think it is either. It's not NASCAR. It's not.
It's not NASCAR. There's
like
no way.
IndyCar. IndyCar is different. It's really, I mean, it's just for the party. It's like the most like.
Again, white trash. I love it. It's white trash. It is my roots.
Yeah, it's more so like
it's
just
comfort. It's like home.
I want to do like the like stuff that goes along with the Indy 500, like around here, around Indianapolis, but I don't want to go to the actual race, and that's more so just age.
It's annoying travel for sure, but I mean, all things
annoying
considered.
Travel. I'm gonna look at some of these places that people said they were like too trashy to be in.
But really, I feel like I have grown very, very fond of dressing up and going nice places and getting myself a little pomegranate martini from a bar somewhere nice. I've definitely found that to be.
Sometimes comedy clubs will book me, and a lot of times comedy clubs book me right where I'm meant to be, just like in a Days Inn on the corner of fucking Shadeland and
no Marriott in sight. Yeah.
I mean, you're
at a
nothing
freaking Motel 8.
Yeah, a Motel 8 with like maybe a gas station.
And your roommate is probably the Motel 8 prostitute.
Yeah, well, yeah, my room. Like I've been booked in hotels where it's like people are clearly living there, and I'm like, home.
Man.
Like if there's like a couple stains on the bed, I'm like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
If there are bed bugs crawling up the wall.
If it's like one of those hotels that like has a kitchen in it, but it's not in a nice way kind of kitchen, you know what I'm talking about?
A kitchen being like just a mini fridge and a microwave?
Well, like, and sometimes they even have like a little stove. Like you can tell that it's like an extended stay, but it's literally for like people that have nowhere else to live.
Definitely.
And that's where I feel most comfortable. That's where I think that they should book me. But sometimes they'll put me up in like a really nice hotel, and I'm like, man, I can't write my jokes in here.
Okay, wait. When you think about that, how much is a hotel room a night? Like, what on average would that be? You know?
Like 200. I'm sure they have a deal.
A night?
It just depends where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, like at a Motel 8. Like, say like a Motel 8 where like people like live.
Oh, like 60 probably.
A night, you'd say?
What are you doing? Calculating how much my comedy's worth?
So no. So why
are you judging how much they should pay me right now? Are you like, I don't know if you're worth $60 a night to live, Sarah?
Honestly, I don't know why my head's going here, but why would you go pay that a night? It would be so much cheaper to go rent a studio apartment somewhere.
Oh. Wait, what?
If you're paying $60 a night, like what would that,
like for, you're saying for people that live there.
Yeah, because like why would you do that?
Because they can't, because they don't have like, it's probably all, any money that they're making is probably all under the table. They can't like proof of income. So if you're like a prostitute, you're not going to be able to get an apartment because you can't
You
show
know what?
proof of income. So you have to like live in a hotel.
You turn in a W-2 for that.
Yeah, like you can't turn in like a W-2 for like sucking. I think, are the mics on?
Yeah.
There's a little kid out there. So I'm
We're
like,
talking about
Perfect.
prostituting in a Motel 8. We're so
Great.
sorry.
But like, yeah, you can't like turn in a W-2 for that or like prove your income. So they have to live in.
Wouldn't that be crazy though if you tried? I wonder what the IRS would say.
Or if like you like go to like because like sometimes they make really good money if you went to like a really nice apartment complex and you're like, look, I can't really like prove
look.
this on my taxes, but I
Or
have
like,
the cash.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Okay, read your responses.
I can't. I don't know how.
Oh, it's already gone, isn't it?
Well, the answers are still there.
Go to your messages.
Would you give me a second? Would you? I've had a very stressful day.
I felt that, ma'am. That just radiated right on off of you. Sorry I spoke. Sorry I existed.
Woo.
Sarah's feeling irritable.
Shut up, Heidi.
Just shut up! You start beating my ass.
Do you want to go back and
On
fight?
ca-
Do you
no,
wanna
on
put the gloves
camera.
on?
I'd probably cry, Sarah.
A lot of people said church. Feel too trashy to be in church. I don't know.
Is
I
it
feel
that
like
you're feeling too trashy or you're feeling judged? Because those are two completely different
and I
things.
feel like trashy people go to church.
Yeah. They have to have an excuse for why they do the things that they do. Like, I think that's why my dad had us in church and our family, honestly.
I think some of the most religious people are people that like went to prison.
Yeah.
Because like, what
And they
else are you
start
going to
their
find
own
in
church.
prison other than Jesus and like
That's fair. That's a very fair point. I mean, a very fair point.
rock bottom? Oh, right. Jesus. That's it. Like, there's your option.
And then like once they like leave and then they go back to church, it's like they start their own churches. That's like half of Terre Haute's churches were started
Just
that
by
way.
prison inmates?
I mean, damn near. At least one on every corner, I'd say. There's one in specific. I won't
Lord and
I won't
Savior
say it
eats.
because I'm not going to offend anybody, but yeah, there's definitely a couple.
My Jesus likes ramen noodles with Doritos mashed up in it.
He likes them prison pizzas.
Oh my God. I just imagine like the most white trash church at communion. It's just like Boone's Farm and a Dorito.
They have like it has the bar, like the bar pour thing on the end of it, just like throwing shots in people's mouth.
You actually drink it.
You get a shot, they're like, shh.
Oh my God. They don't even pour it into cups. They just like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're up on the thing and they're just like a shot is just like down the hatch.
just Boone's Farm poured straight into your
Yeah,
mouth with a little
yeah.
Dorito to
Yeah.
wash it down.
I mean, you might be onto something, Sarah.
Honestly, I'd probably go to that church.
I would consider it as well.
Sounds way better than that stale ass bread and like.
And everyone just talks about how shitty they are of people and not necessarily about what they could do better.
Yeah, the priest just talks about all his terrible decisions he's made.
What led him up to that point. Yeah.
Like he's like,
Instead of Bible stories, they're his personal stories throughout his life.
he's like, so anyway, I was fucking this prostitute for 6 months.
Yeah, something exactly like
She
that.
stabbed me one day, and that's when I found out that
killed me.
the life is inside of us.
The Lord is with you every step you take, every breath you make.
Yeah, we should start this. I mean, we sound like priests right there.
I think we might be onto something. I don't know.
I'm into it. St. Elmo's. Somebody said St. Elmo's.
Nah, I feel like I could go in there right now like this and probably be accepted. You know
St.
what
Elmo's
I mean?
like looks nice, but like you get in there and it's rich hillbillies.
It is. It's 100%. It's the ones like didn't have money. They kind of came into a little bit of money. Like they're living very middle class and that's like their Saturday night date.
Yes.
Or they just got done with their little business meeting in their little polos.
St. Elmo's is for we were just talking about people that like are like well off but not rich, but like those people are kind of like the worst people. Like the people that make like $100,000 to $150,000 are the worst people because
they're not poor. They're not really considered poor, but they're also not like a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like they still probably have limitations and budgets, but they're not going to be like scraping pennies.
right.
Like they bought a brand new Toyota 4Runner, but they can't afford the Mercedes Benz.
Right.
Yeah. Right. They have a boat, but it's not a brand new boat. But they're still going to take everyone out on it.
Yes, like they buy like used nice cars, but like that, and they're like they're the worst people because like actual rich people are like kind, and they probably like didn't come from money, or because they like invested in something, or they did come from a lot of money and they've just always had money, so it's not a big deal to them,
right?
So it's like, oh yeah, spending like $100 on a meal is like nothing. They just like are used to it. They're not gonna act like assholes. It's those people that make like upper middle class that are just, especially in the restaurant industry, fucking terrible to serve because they expect so much. They are like, they're spending their money, but they like have just enough.
They're going to give you exactly the 20%. They're never going to go over it. They're never going to go over it.
They have $500 to spend on a meal, but that's it. Like,
don't ask for any more. They're the ones that hand homeless people job applications.
Oh my
God.
God.
They're like, I did it. I did.
Yeah, look at me. It just takes going to like
trade school.
Yeah, it takes going to trade school, working your ass off.
Which also, might we preface that we are not saying that doing any of these things are bad at all, because
no, I'm just saying sometimes
that's where I'm probably going to be. I will say that. I'm not going to be doing any of that, but I'm saying, like, you know, I went to a trade school, like, but nothing wrong with that.
I think that if I had the option of hanging out with poor people or super, super rich people, I would choose them over like upper middle class people any day.
Fair.
They're just St. Elmo's people.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly where it lands.
Yeah.
It's like exactly where that lands.
So you shouldn't feel too trashy to go in there.
No, you shouldn't at all.
I'm telling you, there's some, I worked at a steakhouse and I'm not going to, it wasn't St. Elmo's, but like some of the most like.
Which one was it? Oh, perfect. Not St. Elmo's, but owned by St. Elmo's.
But there were some of the most trashiest people I've ever served came into that establishment.
Yeah.
I
feel like we went to, what is the one over in Carmel that's also down here?
Ruth Chris?
No. I don't know. We went to one of the steakhouses and that was exactly like, I mean, like, that was pretty much
steakhouses in general is just for rich hillbillies.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'd much rather go to a Texas Roadhouse. That's where lower middle class is at. They're just there to have a good time.
They want the Kenny margarita. They want the 2 baskets of rolls, a Caesar salad.
They want the slap your mama Long Island and like
they want the porch swinging mama.
They want the dick swinging Mountain Dew Long Island, and they want to have a good fucking time. Like that is where I want to hang out. Like, give me those butter biscuit rolls.
I want to hang out with the divorced dads at the bar drinking the $5 Busch Lights.
Yeah, they're efficient. They're gonna get their little $9.99 steak, and they're gonna be happy.
And yeah, I mean, not always, but 9 times out of 10, yes.
Yes. I'm not saying that there's not terrible people that come into those steakhouses too, but I promise you, as a person that worked at like a lower end steakhouse and then an upper end steakhouse, the upper end steakhouse is where just the nightmare of people show up.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that at all. That actually,
because they have the money to spend and they know that, but like they also expect a lot for it.
Yes, 100%. 0 out of 10.
All right. Somebody said the hospital.
Okay. You know what? I'm actually glad somebody said that because I don't care what I'm wearing. I could be dressed down. I could be dressed up. I never feel right in a hospital.
What do you wear to scrubs?
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to wear that you feel comfortable? Do you know what I'm saying? No, like, you don't ever feel placed quite right in a hospital.
You have to wear scrubs in the hospital. That's like as a guest, like obviously like I go as a patient,
with like it's 555 angel number. No, I feel like literally I've like gone in like sweats, but I've also gone like straight out of church. Like we went to go see my grandpa when he was passing away, and I'm like both ends of the spectrum. I felt I should have been there.
That like should it be embarrassing, but getting like too dressed up to go to the hospital.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, you're like you're about to just sit by a bed next to someone that's like either dying or like in a lot of pain.
You're like dressed to the nines. You're like, what up, Grammy?
You're like, hey babe, you might be feeling like shit, but I look great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess like if you were too dressed, no, you wouldn't feel too trashy if you were too dressed up.
I don't know, you might.
Yeah, like you're like people think that it's like a big event for
like,
you.
What are you doing? Like why what are you doing?
Like this is your big plans for the day. Like gotta get my nice clothes on. You got up like 2 hours early
to like get ready to go. Yeah, like there's not
get ready with me to go to the hospital.
Get ready
with me to go watch my grandma die.
I love those. Those are so fucking funny.
Oh my god. No, okay. I get that. Somebody said a country club. Yeah, obviously. But again, no, it depends on the country club.
Yeah.
Small town country clubs where
there's no such thing as too trashy.
There are two different styles of country clubs.
Oh, absolutely. There's like old money country clubs. Like they're really nice. They're on the ritzier side. You have your small town country clubs where they're all wearing cargo shorts and American Eagle polo tees from 2018. Sorry, not 2018.
It's
2008.
Like, it has to be a polo, but it didn't say anything about being able to cut the sleeves off. So it's just like a collared shirt with the sleeves cut off.
Correct.
And it's like just a golf course and then like a shed. It's not really like a country club.
Exactly.
It's just a golf course and a shed.
Exactly.
And then there's actual country clubs where it's like,
but clearly they've been to the higher ones. If that's
if they have a steam room, that's where I don't feel classy enough to be in there. That's my barometer.
I'd still try it.
Well, yeah, I'd still go in there. I'd just feel too trashy.
That's fair.
But that's like my barometer for like trashiness of a country club and if I feel okay going in there.
Whenever you said country club, I thought you meant
like a honky tonk.
I was gonna say, wait, you should feel right at home.
You thought they were line dancing in there?
Yeah, the pool tables in the back. The only beer and can and bottle.
If there's only one working dartboard in the whole establishment, like that's where I feel at home.
Yes.
Somebody said the Fashion Mall, which is like a really nice mall that we have here. Any like luxurious upscale mall.
Oh yeah, the one in Keystone. I feel that way too. Sometimes I go in there and I'm like, I literally like imagine people like the vendors in the middle of the mall being like, pour,
yeah. Like Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Have you I walked into Nordstrom one time.
If you're not wearing a pantsuit in there going in heels, they won't let you in.
I walked into a Nordstrom in jean shorts one time, like cut off jean shorts. Yeah. They escorted me out.
They tackled you.
I'm like, what am I doing wrong? They're like, you look bad.
They literally carry you out by your arms.
Their hands are, I just wanted to purchase some perfume.
Oh my god.
You can't afford it.
It's pretty girls only.
Pretty girls only. I did go in there just to buy makeup. And so they gave me a little bag.
That's the kind of place you couldn't walk in with your plaid jammies on.
Well, I'm trashy, but I'm not walking in my plaid jammies anywhere. I don't even go into Walmart with plaid jammies.
I don't even have plaid jammies.
Speaking of which, making Shannon go into Walmart yesterday was so funny. She's like, I never go over here.
I'm like, Walmart?
Well, she lives downtown and she doesn't drive. So
she's going to like Whole Foods and Needlers. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I love a good little Walmart
a little
trip,
bougie bitch. I know, dude. That too. Nothing tops a Walmart. I'm sorry. That's where I feel at home.
Which, speaking, Max, from our guest from last week, he said where he felt too trashy to go into
Target.
is Whole Foods.
Whole Food. I don't know though, because I feel like a lot of people that's a lot of holistic. You know what I mean? Like,
is holistic trashy?
No, I'm saying he shouldn't feel that way though, because I'm saying when I think of holistic, I think of a hippie, vegan, not even trashy.
Yeah, but hippie
not
vegans aren't trashy.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
no, you're not listening.
I don't like over explaining. No, I'm saying whenever people are saying trashy, I'm thinking that they're thinking only really rich, nice people go in there.
Oh.
I wouldn't feel trashy going into Whole Foods.
Into Whole Foods?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've gone into Whole Foods in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel kind of trashy going into Target sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a Walmart bitch.
Yeah, I'm a Walmart bitch for sure. I'm like, where's the $2 cookies in the front?
Whole Foods is a little too expensive for me sometimes, but I do I hate Trader Joe's. I think I've probably talked about this.
Honestly, okay, listen. There are certain things at Trader Joe's I don't mind. Would I do all of my grocery shopping there? Absolutely not. I know some people do, but they have some really good their brand of pasta sauce is really good. There's some of their frozen meals that you can get in the bag. Those are really good.
It's just expensive Aldi.
It is expensive, yeah. It is.
And it's owned by it's literally owned by Aldi, so it's just expensive Aldi.
But they also the one thing I also am they have the weirdest shit. I don't want pumpkin spice flavored ravioli.
Yeah,
like, I don't
exactly.
get that stuff. I don't get that stuff at all.
Yeah, I've never gone in there and been like,
And people
oh,
are like,
thank
it's so
God.
good. You gotta try it. I'm like, no.
You gotta try this asshole flavored pumpkin spice.
It's so good. It's from Trader Joe's. Just because it's from Trader Joe's doesn't mean it's good. I'm so scared this chair is gonna give out. I'm terrified of it.
Couch flavored almonds. You're gonna love these.
You're gonna love these. They got a leather
looked at
casing.
a couch and thought I'd like to take a bite out of that. Try these Trader Joe's couch flavored almonds.
It's fucking disgusting.
Somebody said they felt too trashy to be in so many places in Vegas. Which again, like I feel like Vegas is like where like
Vegas
you wear
is
like
where
your
the trash comes from. You know?
That is like the leader. That is the capital of trash.
Yeah, that just seems. I don't know what parts they're walking around in. Is like nightclubs in Vegas? Maybe that might be different.
I guess there are like some nice like malls and stuff in there, but like honestly, the reason the nice malls are in there with the nice stores is because people win money at the casino, and it's all fucking trashy people that have never had more than $1,000 in their life.
Then when they get
win
$6,000,
money.
they're going and buying a Louis V.
Me. I did that. I won $6,000 in fucking Vegas on a slot machine, and the first thing I bought was a Louis Vuitton because I knew I'd never be able to do that again.
And why not? When in Vegas,
that's
you
what
know?
they're there for. They're not there for like upscale people. It's there for like white trash people that don't know what to do with fucking $6,000.
Exactly. And that's the best part. Honestly, it really is.
I
did that. I am an example. They need to sell my face on a shirt.
Yeah. Vegas, where you go to buy things you wouldn't be able to afford if you didn't go there.
Vegas, where you win $6,000 in a slot machine and get a Louis V. That's now missing.
Okay,
Been gone
let's
forever.
see. Somebody said the whole city of Carmel, which yeah.
I don't know. I could probably still walk around there. I'd be on the lower end, but
somebody said the Biltmore Estate, which
I don't know what that is.
It's in North Carolina. The Biltmores were like one of the original founders of the railroad system. And so they had this like huge mansion in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go there and visit it, which I don't think you should feel too trashy to go in there. I mean, it's just like, it's Southern white people that go in there.
It's trashy people going.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like people
That's their tourist attraction. They want to
just
see a
seeing
mansion.
somebody else's nice house.
Yeah.
It is. The Biltmore Estate is really, it's definitely something that I think you should see in your lifetime, though. It's cool.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I'll go next weekend. Nice little weekend trip.
To North Carolina.
For no reason.
Somebody said college. I will say I felt a little too trashy to be, and I didn't even go to a nice college, but like when I first got to college, I didn't feel like I fit in.
That's a fair one. I would agree with that one because I feel like I felt the same way. I mean, I only went to Ivy Tech, so I felt 10 times worse.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I mean, like
You felt too trashy to be at Ivy Tech?
No, like I felt like I was right where I needed to be.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I was
yeah.
like, if I would have done anything more than this, it wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah, like going to like a state school, I was like, especially like when I tried to join a sorority and I was like trying to fit in with these like sorority girls, I was like, I should have joined. Do they have 4-H here or something? Like,
Did they? I want to show pigs.
do you guys have like a 4-H program or like a horticulturist
You
class?
have somewhere where I can show pigs, please. Do you have agriculture.
I probably should have. I do remember in college, I like tried to get into this like sketch comedy group, and I was like, no, like that's not for me. I'm not like.
Look how much that would have helped you now.
I know. Like I was like, those are nerdy people. Because like in high school, I was popular, but I was like popular in a town of like 500 people. Like I wasn't actually popular.
Yeah.
And so I got to college and I was like, well, I have to do like what like I think that the popular girls are doing, which was like rush and join a sorority. And then I got there and I was like,
I hate this.
y'all are boring me.
I hate this.
You guys are boring me.
I feel like I was a little bit on the opposite end. Like I think I had a lot of I had to pay for college myself. So like it wasn't gonna be smart for me to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Even though I could have and should have. But I like envied a lot of my friends that like went to colleges even like outside of Indiana. Like I had friends that like went to California in
That's
college.
so crazy to me because like I think about that. You went to a small school too. Did you like
It really wasn't that small. South was huge.
Like, okay, so did colleges come in and like recruit anybody? Like, I always wondered how, because nobody from my school really went out of state. Like, how did you find out about out-of-state colleges?
I'm really not sure how they did, to be honest. But it was one of those things where like I would see them on social media like rushing and like they had this like big group of girlfriends and like I always envied that because I always wanted to do it. But like now that I'm like older, looking back on it, I'm like I would have hated that. Yeah, I would have fucking hated it. And like I also feel like I'm such an emotional person. Being around that many girls would have probably torn my psyche into a million pieces.
I feel like you're a little bit better about like being able to fit in anywhere. Like you're good at like adapting and being like, okay, I can do this. Like I was literally so out of place and it was so obvious.
Uncomfortable.
Like I was literally like, okay, I clearly don't fit in here. Like you guys,
I'm gonna do y'all a favor and I'm gonna go leave.
My big, I didn't even know her. They were like, yeah, Piers, you're big. I think they just like picked somebody that she ended up quitting like a year later. But like, it was like so clearly obvious that like I was so out of place there and they just like allowed me.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I guess you're paying.
And I also feel like when I was in a little bit of that too came from I was not popular in high school. And I feel like I got robbed of like my full 4 years of like a high school experience because I had a boyfriend and like we probably like looking back on it, it was pretty toxic relationship. Like we had a really weird trauma bond and like only spent time with each other for 4 years straight. Like neither of us hung out with our friends.
Wow.
Like I only went to his prom 1 year. So I missed my junior and senior year prom. And like I didn't do anything the seniors did. Like I graduated a year early. Like I like really, really did a number on myself. So then like when college came around and I was single, I regretted not doing all of those things. So then I was like, okay, well, all my friends are doing this. And now I feel like I'm missing out again.
Yeah.
And that was like another like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I know like a lot of people skip prom, but I feel like prom was such a core moment in my life. Like that's so sad. Like that is one of my core moments. But like, I also like, I feel like, you know, I was about to leave all my friends and like my boyfriend at the time, like I was just like leaving everyone. So that was like our last like party. Plus I got fucking hammered afterwards.
Yeah, I know. And I remember too, like my very best friend, she was my best friend since kindergarten. And I mean, we're still friends now, but just not nearly as close as we used to be. When she left for Ball State, like her and I spent the entire summer together. Like we were like living at each other's houses and like did not leave each other's side. And like I remember like moving her into her dorm and like I bawled my eyes out. Like both of us were like crying and like I came back home and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like my best friend is gone. Like I'm still stuck here. Like she gets to do all these fun things away at college and like getting a college experience. And I'm like going to Ivy Tech and like working at a car dealership as a fucking receptionist.
That's honestly why I went to college, because I wasn't planning on it. I was gonna go to cosmetology school right out of high school.
That's what I wanted to do too, and my mom talked me out of it.
Yeah. Well, my parents were like kind of like, I don't know. They wanted me to go to college, like, but they weren't gonna like tell me what. They're like, "Are you smart enough?" Like, they were trying to figure it out too.
They were trying to see where you would go.
They were like,
we're gonna support you anyway. You go.
Is it
whatever.
gonna be worth it?
Yeah,
like,
whatever works.
But then my friends started like applying, and I saw them like getting in, and I was like,
shit.
No, you're not gonna do something better than me.
Shit.
You're not gonna go have fun without me.
And I felt that way oftentimes too. Like I'm just like, damn, like what am I doing? Like I think I finally came to the realization that like their time was not my time, and that like anytime I would try to force those things, it just like never really worked out. And I still went and was able to like visit my friends at IU and like Ball State. So like I still got to hang out without having to pay $50,000. You know what I mean? Like. And like that was fine, but I think I didn't really get a sense of like accomplishment until I went to a cosmetology school, because like I didn't finish my program with Ivy Tech. Like I finished, just not with what I wanted. Didn't do anything with a job with that. I did so many stupid jobs. Like,
do you know what's crazy though? I have had like 3 actual jobs that I applied for based off my college degree since college. None of them have asked for a copy of my fucking diploma.
I think about that all the fucking time.
Not
I'm like,
once.
Technically, can you just apply for a job and like tell them you did all of this stuff? Because I've never once been fact checked either.
No.
Ever. And honestly, like this is gonna sound really, really bad, and like nobody come from my head for this, but like people who didn't finish high school, when have they ever asked for their GED either?
Right.
Or your high school diploma?
Never. I mean, I don't know that because I assume. But yeah, you.
But
could just
no job I've ever had, like even the ones that like
no one's even asked me if I graduated. Like they just assume. They never even asked for a high school diploma. Nothing.
like technically, really, you could apply for any fucking job and fake it till you make it. Like that's the craziest thing.
Yeah, especially when it's something like mine where it's like a marketing and like creative writing degree, because like as long as I can prove the work that I know how to do,
They're not going to question it.
and like the job that I have now, they like, yes, like you're supposed to have a college degree and it is exactly in my field that I went to school for. But like the reason that they hired me was not because of my degree. It was because the work that I was able to produce, and I did all that on my own.
Right.
And then they saw the work that I did on my own and they were like, oh, okay, like.
Do you think they have like a system that they check it on and that's why they don't ask you?
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
Don't.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, it's
There's
literally
no way.
just like college is such a fucking scam, dude.
But I mean, I'm not kidding. You said that. I was seriously thinking about that the other day in the car. I was like, you know what's crazy? I was like, I feel like you could literally apply for anything and like I've never had that either. They've never asked for my diploma. They've never asked for a copy of anything.
College is there for your brain to have 4 extra years to develop, so you're not a fucking dumbass when you join the work field. That's all that's there
That's
for.
fair. That's very
fair. And so
fair.
you can drink with your friends and be a whore for like 4 years.
Get that out of your system before you try to contribute to society.
So you don't have to go into your hoe phase in your 40s. Like it's literally there so you can be a hoe and drink.
And I mean, sometimes that still happens, you know?
Oh, yeah. But
sometimes 40s are a party. It just depends on how early you got married.
It can still happen, but I honestly, like, I think if we had to, like, sell college, like, hey, this is why you should go to college. Like, if I have kids and they want to go to college, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is to get your stupid part of you out of your system.
This is for your little pea brain to come into a cantaloupe brain.
Yeah. And then like maybe and then when you go to like grad school, you know, or like you go to like a technical school, that is when you actually learn a skill to do something. But if you're just going for fucking marketing like I did, like it was literally just 4 extra years for my brain to get
and a
less
fuck ton
mushy.
of debt you're gonna have to fucking pay back.
Yeah.
Constantly contributing back to society.
Yeah.
Financially.
Not fun. Yeah, I feel like I like rant about this a lot, so I won't do it because I rant about it on my TikTok and then people get like really angry. But yeah, I mean, like I feel like as a millennial and like you're close to a millennial, like we did get told that if we just go to college, we can do anything.
But that's not even the case. I don't think that they took into consideration. Like I feel like even when we were in like elementary school going into middle school, I don't think that they even still knew because Instagram was still coming up. Like social media was not like a mainstream part of our everyday life. Even then, like, I don't think that they still at that time realized the impact that was going to make and like the money that was able to be made just from literally sitting at home and doing fucking get ready with me videos.
Yeah.
Like that was not ever in, and like now everything is so different on what a career is and like what that means as far as like an education goes.
Even inside of like my job, which was like advertising side, like when I was in college, which was only 8 years ago now is when I graduated. No, sorry, 5 years ago.
Oh my God.
Now I graduated. Oh fuck, I don't know. I graduated college in 2015. So 6 years ago. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 8 years ago. I was right the first time. Okay.
Well, that was a lot.
We like 8 years ago, we were still learning about like billboards and fucking newspaper clippings and shit. And I'm like, man, I like everything that I've learned to be able to do.
And like surely those classes have had to either been done away with or have had to evolve. Like
I like to think
there's
that
no way that they're
teaching
still doing
people
that.
like
There's
how to
no
write
way.
a newspaper article at
There's
fucking
no
Ball
way.
State right now.
No
like,
fucking way.
you have to write in APA style. You're not going to be
You're not
able
gonna
to
make
post
it in the newspaper, in the local newspaper.
They'll tear you apart in the local newspaper if you write like that. You'll never make it in the Liberty Herald. The Wall Street Journal would never take this garbage.
But they will take your get ready with me video.
Yeah.
To go to fucking Texas Roadhouse.
Fuck yeah. Which I'm down for. I honestly feel like that's probably what I should do. Get ready with me to go to like just like really trashy places. Get ready with me to go to Texas
Get
Roadhouse.
ready with me to go get all of my free birthday gifts from all of the restaurants.
Get ready with me to go to Cold Stone.
I fucking love Cold Stone. I've had that in forever either.
It's okay. I think we covered all of our like trashiness today.
Oh, we did. Today was an outpour. Today was a much needed outpour for sure.
It was. I do feel better. That made me feel better. Let's see if I have like shows or anything that I wanted to talk about. I don't think so. Yes, I do.
What did you come in to this podcast wanting to talk about in your good mood this morning? Like, what was your direction this morning?
I still wanted to talk about where you felt like too trashy to be in, but I didn't think like the very first 5 minutes of this podcast I was just going to be like doing a little scream cry.
She was doing a little decompressing.
Also, I feel better now.
I'm glad that you could all be here for this.
This was so fun.
This was so fun to share.
I know that I have fucking. Oh, I think I might be hosting this new show in Greenfield, Indiana. It's hermit crab racing.
I want to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to like host it, and it's hermit crab racing. And then also there's a new venue here in Indianapolis on Mass Ave called Proper. And I am starting a game show comedy night there.
I know. I can't wait. I want to do that too.
I cannot wait. So it's going to be like the Wheel of Misfortune and like Terrible Jeopardy.
When do you start?
We are, and I don't want to say this.
This is loosely.
Yes. Hopefully first date is going to be June 15th. And that's tentatively, hopefully, but as long as everything goes into plan, but I'll have more updates on that. But I'm really excited.
What is it? Like, is it like a bar, like a food
it's
place?
It's an event space. So there's a bar there, but it's really just for like any type of event you want to hold. And my friend is the event manager, so she was like, I want to do a comedy show, and I've been wanting to do this fucking game show comedy night for so long. So I'm like, all right, here's the time, because I want to be a game show host.
We're just mashing them into one now.
Like literally, my dream job is to be a game show host.
I don't know how we're gonna get there, but we're gonna get there somehow.
We're gonna fucking get there. Why is my calendar on 2001 right now? I think that's the only shows that I want to talk about. I think that's all I want to talk about.
I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for the little rant we did today.
Bye.
Bye.